Okay, guys, throughout the years, we have had many Fortnite seasons, some good, some bad, some okay. So today, I'm going to be rating every single one we have ever had in the entire history of the game from worst to best. Also, thank you to many YouTubers, including Jewett, for providing videos of every trailer in the game. Nice to get those. And yeah. So yeah, let's do this. At last place, I have Chapter 3, Season 4. What an awful season. The map was horrible. It was just everything about it. The weapons were horrible. The chrome was annoying. It was messy. I did not like the season. There's nothing that can make me like this season. And the storyline came to a close, and I did not like that at all. Okay? Fortnite Battle also in the season was just horrific. It was easily the worst Fortnite Battle we've ever had. And that doesn't even include the live event, which was the worst live event we've, I don't even know. Fortnite Battle with the live event, look at this. And then the live event, we had a minute cutscene. And I don't even know. It's just 40 seconds of nothing. The worst live event and Fortnite Battle in history. Chapter 5, Season 3 is up next. Once again, what was going on with the season? The cars were so annoying. The nitro fist was annoying. The sand place was annoying. The POIs were not good. They were just not good POIs overall. I didn't like the POIs. Yeah, and then the mythics were pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. But everything else beside the mythics was absolutely horrible. Horrible. The only thing good about this was the Pirates of the Caribbean update. I liked this update. It made the season fun for, I'd say, all of one day. We had one day of enjoyment of the season because of the Pirate of the Caribbean update when it first launched. And, yeah. So, yeah, besides that, nothing good came out of this season besides the Pirate of the Caribbean update. Chapter 2, Season 6. It pains me to put this low, but I feel like I have to. Because it's just nothing. The crafting, man, was terrible. The crafting, dude. The crafting was horrible. I'm just sorry to say it, but that ruined the season. The map wasn't even bad. I like Bony Burbs for some reason. But just the craft and the guns, the skins, the bosses, the POIs, a vertical up POI. I don't like that. I did like the animals, though. I did like the animals, but we couldn't ride them then, so it wasn't as good. It was better when we could ride them, I do think. And there was no really good updates during this season at all, so that's why I have to put it so low. I do wish I could put it higher, but it's a terrible season. Next up, we have Season X. There's just so much going on in the season, guys. There's just too much. We got POIs changing every 3 days. It's just it was ridiculous. The mechs were annoying. They obviously got improved later, but at this time they were so annoying. Just Chapter 1 Season X, it failed us. It should have done better, but it didn't do better, and it deserved not to do better because of the amount that was going on. We had cubes, we had volcanoes, we had snowstorms. There was just so much. We got the live event also this season. It's a good live event. Definitely, in my opinion, overrated, but for its time, it was really good. Just now, if this happened, it would be a huge letdown. I'm going to say that. Number 28, we got Chapter 5, Season 4. The Marvel season. The map, though. The map, man. The map was the most messy thing ever. It was too messy. It was 9 biomes. You could look up, you could see 8 biomes. It was ridiculously messy. It was awful. And it had a good first 3 days, but then after that 3 days, it just failed as an entire season. It was horrible. I was trying to get the Doctor Doom thing, but for some reason, the Doctor Doom thing was only 5%. It should not be 5%. It should be 10% at least, if not more. The Fortnite Battle probably was the only good part about this entire season. I actually did have fun playing this for one day. Another update that's fun for one day. I played it for 10 good hours. It It was fun while it lasted, but it only lasted for 2 weeks, and it just didn't meet the expectations of what it should have. It did meet the expectations, but the season. We got the live event too. That was actually fun. It was a good hour of just shooting at Doctor Doom, but it was a mini live event after all. Number 27, the first ever season of the game. You can't get mad at it for being bad because they did rush to complete this. And obviously now they don't rush to complete seasons, but it was like better than the other seasons because the map was nice. Some of the most memorable POIs did come in the season, but overall, nothing happened. Chapter 2, Season 5. I didn't like the sand biome. I just didn't like it. The sand biome was horrible this season. I'm going to have to take the sand biome as why the season's bad. The worst one of them all. It was just not a good sand biome. I don't know. I don't like it. And some of the guns, too, were very mid weapons. Very, very mid. But the storyline did develop a lot during this season. Also, the live event, technically, the start of Chapter 2, Season 6, but, like, it's a live event. We get to play in it. It's basically a horrible live event. It was horrific of a live event. Number 25, Chapter 5, Season 2. I mean, like, it's alright. Like, we got some good things, but overall, Chapter 5 was a flop as an entire existence. This was a cooked season. I'm going to tell you guys that much. Cooked. Season was not good. Nope. The only thing good about this season was kind of the Midas update with like the solid gold LTM. Chapter 5 seasons get heavily carried off of one update. And this update did feel better for more than one day. I did like the drum gun. I did like the gold. They did ruin the love LTM though with the weapons. They should have just done it like how they did in the past. Now, number 24. I liked the raptor riding, but the only problem with this season was the biome. It was impossible to get out of because it was just so deep down in the ground. That's kind of what sold it. How deep in the ground it was, and it was in the exact center of the map. So the fighting was really annoying with it. And with the storm changes during the season, it sucked because you were getting used to new storm, but also climbing up a big hill. Number 23 is Chapter 5, Season 1. I know some of you guys might really love this season, but it's not that good. We hated this season for the first week with the movement, all of it. I just didn't like it. The Chapter 5 as a whole flopped, and this is all for Chapter 5. We finished Chapter 5 now. It was not good. It failed us. It truly did. And yeah, the grapple blade was good. Some weapons, and yeah. The Ninja Turtle update, though, in this was pretty cool with the drift boards. The fact that they added drift boards back was awesome. I love the drift boards. My favorite vehicle of all time. But yeah, just Chapter 5, Season 1. What were they doing with this season? Another Season 1 at number 22. Chapter 2, Season 1. The longest season of all time. 4 whole months, by the way. If not longer, I think. It was 4 months and like 10 days. Ridiculous. That did not need to be that long. No content, too, at the end. Ridiculous. It was just... It did not settle as a good season. Nice start. Good week or so at the start, but then after that, it went all down the hill. And the live event in this, oh my gosh. What was this? Probably one of the worst live events besides Fracture, I'd say, that we have ever had. This live event was cooked. Just ships flying around, then we get a comedy show or something like that. I don't even remember. Number 21 is Chapter 5, Season 3. The roller coaster was definitely a cool concept, but what was the point of it? It didn't do anything. Nothing happened with the roller coaster. It was really underrated season, though. Sometimes people overrate it, I do agree. But not a good season. I mean, it's not a bad season, I guess. It's I can't say it's not a good season. It is pretty good, but the roller coaster, it was a fun idea. I loved the idea of it, but it was pointless. Top 20, Chapter 1, Season 6. One of the worst seasons, I'd say, of this Chapter 1. Just like, it was a good season, don't get me wrong, but it was just like, the shotguns in it were mid. It was overall okay. It was like, mid. It wasn't the greatest, but it also, at the same time, was not the worst. We could have gotten a lot worse than this. And I think it's a good season, but not too good. The Fortnite Nightmares in this too. It was probably a better one, but it was also weird at the same time. Like, it was okay. Okay. Number 19, we have Chapter 2, Season 8. Obviously, another Cube season. And the mechs were actually kind of fun in this. It was overall a pretty fun season. It's just like, there is way better than this season. But the live event in this season is the best thing ever. The best thing ever. This is the best live event in Fortnite history. Nothing will ever become close to this in 100 years. I gotta, dude, I just, get chills watching this event. It's so good. Number 18, Chapter 3, Season 2. The last good storyline season we had. It was the last good storyline season. And I loved the vehicles in it. It was overall, it was a good season. It just didn't live up to the potential that people expected it because the season before was so great that I feel like it put a shadow over this season. It was just it was a good season though. It really was. The battle buses, everything, the blimps, some of the best mobility ever on the island. And then the live event, and probably the last good event we've had. I mean, not good, but the last great event we've had, and it's been 3 years almost now. 3 or 4. I think 4 years now. 4 or 3, I don't know. But yeah, last good event. Number 17, Chapter 4, Season 4. This season was the most hyped season of all time. It was. And then, just for it to flop towards, it was exciting for the first 5 days, and then after that, what happened? I don't know. I just don't know what happened, but so many cool things came out of the season, like business turrets or something like that, and yeah, it wasn't bad. Number 16, one of our most recent seasons, Fortnite Remix. And it didn't live up to the potential that the prior OG season had, but I mean, it was good. There was a lot of fun to it. Super fun items, yeah. And the live event was great. It wasn't the last great live event we had, but it was the best event since Chapter 3, Season 2, and War Season. So yeah, I liked it. It was interesting. The ice fight part was weird. There was some boring parts in it, but overall not bad. Number 15, Chapter 1, Season 9. The theming in the season was absolutely perfect. One of the greatest trailers of all time, in my opinion. And then, yeah, it was a great season. They did everything right in this. They added a few mega spots, and it was nice. I liked what they did in this season. The Neo tilted, the slipstreams, everything about it ended up being pretty good. And then the live event in the season it was just something we didn't expect. I wanted to see something like this with Godzilla vs. Kong, but it's not looking likely, sadly. And yeah, just fun to watch, it is. Fortnite Season 3 at number 14. Some people might be like, Fortnite Season 3 at number 14, how could you do that? Did we get one new POI during the season? We did get backblings. Definitely a great battle pass, but we got one POI. There was not a lot that actually came out of the season, as you might think for something like this. Bunch of new weapons, but location-wise, I was not cooked on that. We did not cook on locations. Season 4 is slightly beating us. Like, we got Dusty Divot, some new features, Dusty Divot that, like, it wasn't a great BOI, it wasn't. And, it's lucky to even be this high, in my opinion. And yeah, I could put it lower. Then we got the rocket event. If this happened nowadays, this would be awful. But it was the first live event ever in this game, and I think that's why people loved it so much. But, I mean, I think it was overall alright, but, like, overrated. It feels like we are going in order now, but this season was a good season. Chapter 1, Season 5, I love the sand biome. Sand biome was awesome. And, yeah, we got some cool new weapons, cool new features, story to it. And, yeah, we got, like, this live action place where the Durr Burger was actually there in real life, which was awesome. Next up is Chapter 1, Season 2. You might be like, how do you put this out of Chapter 1, Season 3, Chapter 1, Season 4, and Chapter 1, Season 5? And I'm doing this because Tilted Towers came in the season. Miniguns came in the season. Some really cool stuff came in the season, and it put such a fast-paced place on the game versus what we had before. And I think that's what puts it up higher than everything else. It's just way more fast-paced. It made the game a lot more fast-paced. Moving into top 10, I got Chapter 2, Season 7, the alien ships. Everything about it was a dope season. And super fun. The gameplay was awesome. It was just an awesome season. I don't know why people don't give it the attention that it does deserve it, because it deserves a ton more attention than it does get. And, yeah, I just think it's a really cool season with the ray guns, the bosses. Every single thing about it is awesome. And even the live event is awesome, too. Going into the mothership, seeing the aliens get blown up, leading us in to one of the biggest storyline eras of the game ever, just for it to end because of the new guy. Number 9, though. Chapter 4, Season 2. Chapter 4 was off to one of the best starts. It is one of the best starts of a chapter. Mega, kinetic blades, ODM gear, Spider-Man mythics. Such an awesome season. Awesome. Great. Amazing. Like, W's. I give it everything. It was awesome. Like, it gets the attention it deserves. It is always going to be a great season in this game. Number 8 is Chapter 4, Season 1. I don't know. You guys might be, like, thinking that is actually crazy that you put it this high. But it is this high. The Shockwave Hammer, the Excalibur Rifle, the most wanted update. It was just awesome. One of the funnest times for the game, in my opinion. You guys might be like, that's crazy. And I know it is crazy to say that, but I'm saying it. And I truly believe that this season is one of the greatest of all time. Chapter 2, Season 8 at number 7. Like, we needed this season. This season, I always thought of having this. And it is in the game. And it's great. Awesome. We got everybody searching for the treasure. It's just underrated. I don't know why people don't say this is one of the greatest seasons of Chapter 1, because it is one of the greatest seasons. Chapter 1. And I'm not going to argue with that. Number 6 is Chapter 1, Season 7. Another Chapter 1 season. I don't know if this is the best Chapter 1 season. I think this is the best Chapter 1 season, because it was just a snow map and everything added that to the game. It was awesome. The greatest Chapter 1 season. A lot of you probably do disagree with that, saying that the earlier seasons are better, but I disagree with you. And, yeah. Number 5, I know you guys are going to hate me for this, but Chapter 2, Season 3, like, come on. A water season, really cool, with the choppas, with the cars coming in, the boats, the whirlpools, the sharks. I mean, I loved it. I know a lot of you probably are like, maybe top 10, but not top 5. But for me, top 5. And yeah, just great skins too. One of the greatest seasons. Number 4, Chapter 2, Season 4. The Marvel season was obviously probably one of the most fast-paced gameplay times ever with all the Marvel mythics and everything. It's just a great season. And I think this is why it deserves top 4. Obviously destroying the other Marvel season. Way better. Way better mythics, way better story, way better gameplay, way better map, way better characters, way better everything. And the live event too, where we got to fight Galactus was so much more peak. We got to drive battle buses. We got to go on top of him, and like everything. It just made it so much better than the Doctor Doom fight. And yeah, it was way better. Number 3, Chapter 2, Season 2. A lot of you guys, this is your probably number 1, but for me, I'm putting this at number 3. Like, obviously, we got so much in the season, but people only put it at number 1 because of the lockdown, and they had every single hour of every single day to play this. And I do agree, it is a great season. Fortnite cooked with the season, but it's a number 3 season. Okay, like it's number 3, guys. Come on. And then we got the live event for this season, which obviously was not the great. It was cool, but like it wasn't the best. It was one of the best at that time, but now, like with the Chapter 2 Season 8, Chapter 3 Season 2, some of the events in Chapter 1 even are better. Number 2, we got OG. So much happened in the season. Like, so much happened in the season, and I think that's why it deserves such a high spot. Recreating all the OG seasons with new movement and the new gameplay just felt so good. And yeah, I have so many memories from the season, which puts it as the best season. Well, not the best, the second best. You probably already do know what is at first, but the season was really, truly one of the best of all time. And I don't think anything is ever going to come close to the memories that I have made during this season. And then we got the live event, which was awful. Yeah, we just got to like a tour of it. It was basically an ad. But like the live event doesn't shape it. It's 15 minutes of the season versus the 30 to 90 days of the season. So yeah. And we did also get the Eminem concert, but the second Eminem concert was better. It was way better. And yeah. Like, so let's see what number 1 is, and that is Chapter 3, Season 1. The map was so peak, and everything about it was a great season. The Colombo, the Spider-Man mythics, the tents, the everything, the map, the new features, the freshness of the game after such a long Chapter 2, Chapter 3, Season 1. It has to be put at the best season. So you guys, don't forget to drop a like and subscribe. If you do want to see more rating videos, like and subscribe.